All right, I'm calling you. Let's go. Hello?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. What do you want to talk about?
I would like to. I basically disagree with a lot of what you're thinking about. Basically, saying about how the modern day Republicans and the modern day conservatives are pretty much dead, because the definition of conservatism is you have to conserve social values. What that means is, let's just say, basically, a conservative is any government that's big or small. They believe they're anti-democracy, or at least critical of democracy, and they're anti-LGBTQ. They got to believe in all
Wait,
three.
wait, 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 wait. Is the position of conservatism being anti-democracy?
Is critical. I wouldn't say actually anti. I'll just take that off and say critical of democracy, because back then conservatives were much more critical of democracy back then. Like,
Back
if you go back to the
back
French
when?
Revolution, like to the French monarchy and to all that stuff, they actually agreed for the monarchy.
Okay, but like that was okay. That was like hundreds of years ago. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like we're talking about like now.
Well, now let's just say they have to be at least anti-LGBTQ. And so my argument is, why do you believe that conservatives, right, are like Donald Trump is a conservative, even though that he's mentioned LGBTQ rights?
Why do I believe he's conservative even though he's mentioned LGBTQ rights?
What it like? Yeah, he's promoted that.
He's the conservative candidate for the United States of America.
Yeah, but conservatism by definition means you have to be anti-LGBTQ. It means conserving social values. So like marriage between a man and a woman, all that stuff. I that
I
that
mean, he's
basically
definitely not pro-trans. That's definitely a conservative value, right?
no, but is he anti-gay? Is he anti-gay, anti-lesbian, anti-this? He's not. He's actually said that I will protect the LGBTQ
Okay, so
from.
no candidate is anti-gay anymore. We passed gay marriage. Like I don't know what do you want me to say? So
And
because he's allowing gay marriage, but he's anti-trans, therefore he can't possibly be a conservative.
pretty much so, yeah, because like for example, like I'm anti-LGBTQ. I believe in marriage between a man and a woman. However, I do have some questions regarding you Turkey Tom, because I remember you said that you are anti-LGBT, not anti pro LGBTQ. You're pro LGBTQ, and so my question is, why is that?
I don't know that I'm pro LGBTQ. I just think people should be able to do what they want. I don't really care.
Yeah, but back then it was more like, and even like LGBTQ was never okay. Even let's just say back then, and even nowadays, because
What do you? What,
nowadays,
but okay, okay, but I don't. Back when?
like back during the time of like the prophet, back during the time of like Jesus, back during the time of everything else, LGBTQ is
I'm
not
not a. I'm
deemed.
but okay. I'm not a Christian.
No, I'm just talking about like back then in the olden society. It's like,
But that
you
was
go back.
that was like thousands of years ago.
But I'm trying to say is that now, even then, like why I'm anti-LGBTQ, when I say I'm anti-LGBTQ, I mean like because a man and a woman create a child, right? I was born from a man and a woman, right? Everybody pretty much was. So with LGBTQ, the reason why I don't believe in that is because even back then, like, listen, I'm not saying it was good, but I'm going to pull off a Sneeko here. But even back then, like, you had like the age of consent. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but you had like the age of consent like 16 or 18, right? I'm not saying that obviously now you should marry a 16-year-old. I'm just saying that back then it things were appropriate, but LGBTQ was never okay back then. Now we've made something it inappropriate appropriate. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, slavery used to be appropriate in the United States, and now we consider that inappropriate. Like, just because something was okay, should we just never change anything? I don't understand what your argument is.
My argument is that LGBTQ was never okay. We obviously shouldn't have never tolerated. And even nowadays, like you go to China and Russia, it's not tolerated. So why are we tolerating it? Is
I
my
don't live in
question.
China and Russia. I live in the United States, the greatest country in the world. China and Russia are fucking retarded.
I just don't get like why conservatives nowadays are very pro LGBTQ.
You
I
can
don't
ask
get
them.
that.
I don't know. Why are you talking to me about it?
Yeah, but you were saying that Trump was very pro. You were saying that Trump like had like neutral to okay takes on gay marriage and stuff, and that makes him a conservative when that's not the case. When I look at the definition of conservatism, it means someone who's anti-LGBTQ. It's
Well,
someone who
I mean, the thing is, like, conservatives in this country have been, like they lost on a lot of key issues, and one of them was gay marriage. Like, gay marriage was legalized, so they're done arguing about that specifically. Like, they're like, why even fucking get involved? So the Conservative Party post, I don't know, I want to say, I mean, obviously, gay marriage was legalized in like 2012, but the Conservative Party post a certain year was more focused on economic policy than social issues, and obviously Trump came around and changed that a little bit. I don't even know what the fuck what are we arguing about?
We're arguing about why you believe Trump is basically like a conservative, even though he stands for LGBTQ.
Do you think that you can't have conservative beliefs and also be okay with gay marriage?
No, because the definition of conservatism is anti-LGBTQ. You have to believe in marriage between a man and a woman. That's like the literal definition from like Merriam-Webster.
So okay, so do you think that everybody who says they're a conservative is just a fake conservative now because they're okay with gay marriage?
Pretty much so, yeah. Like Blair White, Dave Rubin, all these kinds of guys. They're really like they're kind of not
Well, I
really
guess you got
conservative.
to have a conversation with them about it because I don't really care.
Yeah.
Why
So
are why out of curiosity, why are you against gay marriage?
well, I'm against gay marriage because I personally think that, for example, marriage, like even if, like, first of all, I'm a Muslim, but even if you like take away the religion aside, I believe, like, for example, like a man and a woman create a person. I don't believe like a man and a man or a man and a dog create a human being. Like that's not possibly like unless obviously like for example you could obviously say like oh you can have I'm saying a man and a woman create a person, a man and woman create a person, not
Okay.
and I that's very important for society to grow. Without that, society is going to be like collapsing. Like it's gonna be a future. It's gonna be a slippery slope where like if you're okay with LGBTQ, then you're okay with like let's just say not having a population.
So, are you okay with like people who are in marriages and don't have a kid?
No, I'm not okay with that because like even then, like what it does is it sets a bad precedent for like the future generations to say like you know what you should marry the same sex. You should be with the same sex. Even though for us to grow, we need to have someone who we can produce.
So, okay, so how do you feel about people who are not same-sex couples but they don't have a kid? Should that be like is that bad?
That's bad because one of the reasons is you should obviously have someone you could produce babies with. Like for example, I'm straight. I like women, only women. So if I
All
get a
right.
woman, I could produce a kid with her because I'm straight, right? With LGBTQ, even though that they're not producing any kids, the problem is that they're not producing any kids. Where it's like they're not producing someone to get a babies with. So if a man likes a man, right? He's not going to produce a
Okay,
baby
yes,
with.
I'm very aware of basic biology. I just don't understand like what is the solution here? Like what is your solution?
Like similar to Uganda, they have like a thing where like at Saudi Arabia and China they execute the gay people. So yeah,
Do you think we should execute gay people?
pretty much so.
Well, I guess you should go live somewhere where they do that because the United States believes in personal freedoms. So, I think you should move to
Yeah,
Uganda.
personal freedom that and that first personal freedoms that lead up to slavery. Like you're like you could be an addict to your lusts and desires. I'm just saying that right now.
Okay? I don't understand. I like what?
So
Go live somewhere else.
all right, have a good one. Have a good stream, Tom.
Okay. Am I accidentally picking insane people? What is going on? Is this guy troll? This guy he must be trolling or something. This guy must be like just fucking trolling, dude. I don't know. All right. I think I said I would do